mwaitanga abanyambi ne mutweyambisa ne mubba sente twadduka buli minisitule yonna mwagisigala mu mwekka kakati ekizi mukyefuuyira ne kibawulira yamu notice hard time call it concept card to engage with that woman who never went to school anyway they go to the university. Is not my type.
Of course.
It is really kalantayiremu. Not at all. Nti oyo ata wapitu owomujiji tukamutami yasomera political science yasoma is stupid because people compare her reasoning and mine zero.
Sincerely, you can't argue with someone who has no.
And I have never had somebody ringing me. Anti yala wazambu mwanukule. No. Aja kumala kufuna degree mwanukule.
I see.
Anybody below university degree mwanukule.
I see.
What follow? You see social media tells you.
Of course.
Social media tells you are following. How many followers does she have? Takati nganyanukuloyo. I will be giving omanyi. Kasodire ente ya kalusu nojiteka mu ganali. Zifa. Kati nze nyanukuloyo. Ku principle kyekwayogerera. Which principles? Aina principle kyekwayogerera.
Yani yamukozesa.
Yiba mukozesa musiru. You work with these people where money is, you know you are shortening your life. That's why for me I believe it wrong. I avoid them.
I see.
I avoid provocations. Like this man who is putting a mask here. He knew this was a provocation because Nabanja is not going to keep this money. What these people did, the account on which the National Task Force was putting in money, it has a solo signature. Kalolo Kurutu. Yes, the others didn't know that's what they do. You are used as a window shopping something. That's why me, I don't work in the government. When they use you, you come and talk when they're stealing money under your feet. Me, I work alone.
They use you as a reference pipe.
Yes. Nenga byebakola. Meetings ebekubira ekironga mu muvuddewo tozisobola. Kati nabagamba nti abo ba Kalolo Kulutu basalira Museveni amagezi. The National Task Force was a presidential initiative whose money was not edited. It cannot be edited by the Attorney General. The Attorney General owes money only which originates from Parliament.
I see.
Yes. Even in Chogam, that's what they did.
So this they can steal the money without the intervention of the
because unless the auditor of this money, Kalolo was heading, they made sure that Kalolo doubled. Kalolo was a member of the National Task Force, M7 initiative. At the same time, as a minister in the Prime Minister's office, was also here. But he controlled both. These people knew the Kalolos who are smart. They knew Kubanga. The only person who can give you permission to levy a tax locally is the Minister of Local Government. Kakati Museveni biru byagamba nti omusolo temusoloza tebayinza butabisoloza kubanga batya government grants tuyina condition and non-condition. These are audited by the Auditor General.
I see.
Which causes them trouble. So in order to cheat, they use the same Kalolo method. Kalolo's team knew very well that the National Task Force was money that could easily be stolen. Why?
It was under the
president's initiative.
Subjected to an audit.
Yes. It could not be subjected to an audit. Money, even when the parliamentarians donated, it was a donation to Museveni that could not be what? I told you that what the minister at one time, they wanted the parliament to go on recess. This is why people like Kakoza, who claimed to be coming from outside Uganda, could enter parliament, running out from the 14 days quarantine. The Kakoza was being used by crooks in the Ministry of Finance to force the parliament to go on recess. Why? After passing the budget, and the parliament goes on recess, the Minister of Finance has the powers to use the money of a certain percentage of the approved budget without going through parliament. This was the intention. The Bahatis were using the Kakozas. People had gone outside, who had come out of quarantine. At one time they suggested that a team that had gone to investigate the way money was being spent, COVID money was being spent, they said they had contracted COVID.
Imagine.
To stop it from sitting. So, these people, If it was a UPC party, because when I know some scandals in UPC, nti ekisabwe kye nakivubo kyali kigenda kuzimbibwa kibikibwe omusajja bamuyita Nkagulusi chairman wa National Council Nazibba. By the time Museveni came, Gundi Lwakasisi had been given a lot of money to rehabilitate Serena, Apollo Hotel, and Obote used to say the deputy leaders are opposed to rehabilitating because of his name, Saint Bazibba. I see. Gundi, yo bajita batya. Nairote. Imperial. Eneriwano kugundi. By the time when Alemu came, waliwo n'emitayimbwa mingi nnyo abantu baagibba. Ate mutemukyajjukira. Mu maaso ga Sheraton okuva ku Speak ogenda ku Sheraton nga toyitawo. Waliwo ekisagazi nga bakwatirawo abakazi. Era NRM bwejja mu buyinza. Ab'omwenge baaleeta nga baluyita lujja. Paka abatamivu lwe baatandika okukwatirawo abakazi. All those team knew very well that the National Task Force was the money that could easily be stolen. Why? It was under the president. It was under the president's initiative. Subjected to an audit. Yes. It could not be subjected to an audit. Money, even when parliamentarians donated, it was a donation to Museveni that could not be what? I told you that what the minister at one time, they wanted the parliament to go on recess. This is why people like Kakoza, who claimed to be coming from outside Uganda, could enter parliament, running out from the 14 days quarantine. The Kakoza was being used by crooks in the Ministry of Finance to force the parliament to go on recess. Why? After passing the budget, and the parliament goes on recess, the Minister of Finance has the powers to use the money of a certain percentage of the approved budget without going through parliament. This was the intention. The Bahatis were using the Kakozas. People had gone outside, who had come out of quarantine. At one time they suggested that a team that had gone to investigate the way money was being spent, COVID money was being spent, they said they had contracted COVID. Imagine. To stop it from sitting. So, these people, if it was a UPC party, because when I know some scandals in UPC, nti ekisabwe kye nakivubo kyali kigenda kuzimbibwa kibikibwe omusajja bamuyita Nkagulusi chairman wa National Council Nazibba. By the time Museveni came, Gundi Lwakasisi had been given a lot of money to rehabilitate soda ya Zamazi. It was a function presided over by him. He was invited. What happened? Bwebate kawaka chiko nga kakulirwa Prime Minister Eric Tamale mad. Yakola ki? Simanyilwa. Omusajja yabagamba mu meeting nti mumubye meka nga mwabululu. Oyito Joko spent a lot of money on Oyito Joko Youth Center. Where is it? By the time those who went to bury Oyito Joko, they found Gasinga wano Yeruse. Ruse yali asudde government ya Museveni. Yaleta bitano munya nazikabira abafedde mu bali bayingidde amagye basuule Museveni. Buyikwe stars. Where is he? Joseph Luko, because Joseph Luse and another man in Mbalala, be bali bamanyi password ku account zo Oyito Joko. Oyito Joko ya percent bazipayo. Yes. Bano Museveni ayina kutuuza abantu benga bwe yabayisa. He was happy. The president summoned permanent secretaries, commissioners, and ministers. And he told them, if anybody, including my close family members, directs you to give him money or her, I punish you. Not the other one. You'll go to Luzira. You resist it. But the problem with Museveni had a money. Nti baba banakanga. Basoka kukuba mawulire gaabwe ready paper. Ne kukubanga boli omubbi nga bwaganye company eno nga ne bakubane public opinion ne bagizimba nti oveewo. Bagenda okujja omuvunze. Yes, bakukuba ne bakuteeka kegundi ne bakwanya kwa. Paka ne balikwata kwa Mungu kwa kasajja kwa ne bakasa omutwe. Nze njagala kumanya take yo ku bya Katumba bino. Arresting yabali ba silence. The Katumba's case is dead. I want to assure you. Katumba's case is dead. I thought it is finished. It has helped Katumba to know he would be killers. One, when you get a person who confesses, like this one they are telling us, they don't go to a press conference. Confessors go to judges and magistrates. If these people
and they record extrajudicial statements.
You are sentenced on your own plea. This is why this man, Obama Chamujukira, yali serial killer. Yali agenze omulamuzi Obama mwitambu Obama mwitani. Yali amutuze. A confession ekolebwa gwe na mulamuzi. To call a press conference was bad. People don't confess in press conferences.
Of course.
It has no legal backing. These people will go and say, we did it under duress.
I see.
2, you have given them your evidence. What's the difference between Katumba Wamala's case and Kawesa's case? Because even Kawesa's case was dramatized in the newspapers. 2, look what the struggle Bukede has been staging. At one time, the first story Bukede published was that Katumba's attackers used the AK-47 and SMGs. And Bukede alleged that even Katumba's bodyguards had the SMGs because they saw Katumba picking and the social community Amasas. Another story, Bukede followed up with that story by saying, a man who claims to have road to Katumba Mala to hospital has emerged. They are now 2. Remember, government, the purpose of that confusion, they know that these people could be arrested. What do you do? In any case, if these suspects were arrested, bali batadde identification parade. Remember, these people, balesa abantu aba, bo bajjemu omutuufu. Nemba buuza nti did Bukede, do you see a comment from Katumba Wamala in Bukede's story? Teyalimu. Kubanga bati bayinza kuwa. Wali wakivuga inside olunaku lumu kulu byaliogera abamukozesanga ebintu ebyo mu mawulire. Kubanga game we yagizannye nnyo. Nembaga nti Bukede akivuga akyolekeza mu family yani. Era Bukede bwekola. Bukede always after murder, after what? They arrested the 2 people earlier.
Arraigned them before court.
Era Bukede nakuba essimu. Yali agenda okutamala Katumba. Yasooka kupangisa nyumba omukazi alumiriza nti abakumi ba Katumba Wamala babadde bajjawo. Ababiri abasooka Katumba Wamala insiste sibeebo. Ani olunaku lumu kkulu byali alibuulira ensi eno abamukozesanga mu mada.
Neighbor
wanga ali ne Kabusenga bajja tubuulira ababawanga amawulire ago to divert public attention. If Katumba Wamala was dead temwali bafunye.
Kituufu.
Kubanga olaba waali
nenga mubuza
waliwo abakozesa Bukede okukola kakati lokeeki yaguse. Why? These people were not Katumba Wamala and the other survivors. Bali sadde abantu bano mu parade ne baba identifyingamu. Parade bagiteekamu abantu nga 10 n'obalondamu.
Bali bakuba amasasa izo kuba.
He was conscious. Ate ababiri teyabaganye. Ababiri Bukede yabadde kulubya olunaku lumu alibuulira abantu bawa. Ani yamulagiranga okuboza taalo. Bukede yette emisango gya wano gyonna. Katumba iziraki. Omwana we yafa sacrifice. Zinafiirwako abaana babiri omulundi gumu. Yes. Aluma omwana we. Naye tebayinza bakonvictinga. Why? The legal process yonna lokeeki agisi. Do you go to the press conference? How many times have you accused the people? Kati oyo omuvubuka gwe baakwata enansana ngatta abawala n'abookya. Do you see the case progressing?
Bamutwala ekitali ya confess.
Anti kubuulira nti ya confessingira ludda wa bamusentensinga. Kati wajja kuyita emyezi 6 afe oba bamudduse. Kubanga bali munda be balwana nabo
abantu ebibumba.
Yes. Basanga mu nyumba ye billion 10. Ye yakutwalanga ku kliniki. What change the Matogandi company advocate baguvaamu ne baguwa kabega n'awangu ne bawangula ne babakwitinga. Kubanga kiwitness yakola ki
yafa.
Nemba gamba nti waliwo omusajja bamuyita Tigawalana. Yatta munne yayogera nti yasoma n'amutta. Naye omulamuzi yasalya Tigawalana omusango gw'okufa ogwa mada nga tali mu kkooti nga yamuwa bail. Information yamusanga wa Gindi. Yamusanga Gindi ene wali training school. Nga agenze ne bakyameni ba 5. Tigawalana ne bambuulira nti the judge has sentenced you to death How could the judge send somebody to death in his absence? Yali mujje ku bail amusomere yakikolera luddawo bibalamuzibamu
Ordinatema.
Inatema. Nadu. Nasikala wone wijize. Nasikala ne wijize. Ngo bayingira koti nga musinza.
Chambalo kyabalamuzi nyisebeje kyekyo yita wijezo.
Yes. Mu mawanga agamwa nti nabagamba nti biwiji ne bigundi bibambala. Babitandika kubyambala mu mwaka gwa 1868. The judiciary was mourning Queen Mary. Nibifuka gundi Kenya tebiriyo. Is not mandatory. The Chinese never bireta biwiji 2000 years ago. Until you know to pretend to be an old man. But a wiji does it change a corrupt judge? No. No. However much a prostitute dresses remains a prostitute.
Of course.
Yes.
Katichoga mzee omusango
kakati badi bulaka omusanga ngayamba de nomuyita omukazi omutegevu.
Omusanga ayamba de
nga she's a prostitute.
Onero yagenda ke Mengo nga ali mu gomesi nga bamuwa certificate y'obulambuzi.
Yes. Neze chemba gama. Nze why am I involved in these things? I'm involved in these things why? Society has given me goodwill. Nti mazemi yakamana nga sikola nese abana bange basoma sisulanga konjala. Abantu banjagala in fact they are worried. Abantu baganti kati unatuvaako because I'm doing more work that would be done by the opposition. Nti wano wonna wolaba agamayumba gwalabe yakalina yakajizimba waliwo yakayina endala waliwo endala basirise a senior army officer in special forces ali awo manju he does not talk.
Aizo kuba tamanyi scientific effect
anti atya musajja watu
of that establishment
bayonga bagamba nti owamaje bamulabe ne mundu
ayino lugezigezi.
That's why for me move firiri baje kuba bamulabe ne mundu ate siza abantu bakube mukomera mbatta bakabana kayumba ne bakajjawo mazi yasomera mu Kabini primary school nagenda mu Toilet secondary school nagenda mu Batokis University na Maria Mwanas na primary masters. An expert on environment. How can you put a master in a public place? It was done in Musoga, they were chased away.
I see.
Musoga, away me a cabageti, Abasoga, they are united. Abasoga, we were Fiamba Kupamba, I could use a Takamu 1928. Abasoga, we were just a woman solo. Bago Barami, Babatanga, Bakubaguma. Musabe naja omusoro nakuteka kumbesa nakone bakugana you cannot find gundi bino ebyobusirusiru mbusoga nekateja kusanga takali akabaka akami kwa kanuru kwanzu wako buno bwemmengo ngabwazene bubba usente kakati abali balwaniridde babbiba sente. This is a problem. We must get leaders abantu ba mobilizing okasajja kano kachama niko kuchala kaino olutwe kaviku kagende nono eyabale scenario sen neyego bwe kuchala. This is what villages do.
Njaga kusembayo mzeinga nkubuza olwo mukazi akwagazaaki program zozo ndaje ziri agenda ayikogera azogerera ono simanyani presidential advisor the full figure.
Me am not is her type. Where did she go to school?
Simanyi.
Aina abantu bameka ku social media. Have you ever hosted her?
No.
Yes.
Not at all.
In politics we call it concept card. To engage with that woman who never went to school, anyway, I go to the university. It's not my type.
Of course.
It is really not at all. Until oyo, at wapi tu, owomujiji, to come to me. Yes, some political science here so much. Whoever is using her is stupid because people compare her reasoning and mine. Zero.
Sincerely, you can't argue with someone who has no.
And I have never had somebody ringing me. Auntie Yala was Ambuanukule. No, I just want to find a degree Muanukule.
I see.
Anybody below university degree Muanukule.
I see.
What follow? You see social media tells you.
Of course.
Social media tells you you are following. How many followers does she have? Mbulira yo muntu omugezi wa government. Aina following jenina. Hey.
Na bali mbifo ebiro okuba ne following
tebayina kakati nganyanukula oyo I will be giving omanyi kasodire ente ya kalusu nojiteka mu ganalyo zifa kati nze nyanukula oyo ku principle kikwayogerera which principles Aina principle kyo kwayogerera.
Yani yamukozesa.
Ye bamukozesa musiru. Abo bakwe ba Lumumba abafunye amazimbi gwakajja. Do you know how many years Lumumba has been an MP? Kati baba wadde milioni 3 osobola mugoba MP. Nawe gende ku MP wesimbe wo. Nese jembe eyo. She's being used by fools. But me, I cannot refuse myself. I don't even. Do you know that for me? If you say that I'm single, Maria Kuchi Nigeria. I don't watch those TVs because I don't learn something. Mbera ku Nigeria ngimbira birako. Ntibale se pano y'abantu bogere. Ani agenda kugera. Most of them are paid money. They don't. Omuntu gwendi spekitinga gundi ofuna opondo ofuna opondo omuntu nulira nga waliwo byatasobola ku defendinga in mass communication and propaganda you don't defend everything the undefendable things we are not lawyers for us you can say no comment or I'm investigating it and you run away but you cannot just come because what do you get most of these people who do those things don't appear anywhere abali sente tebalabikako guno jano yasama kati Chiwanda yasamirachi Chiwanda is no more kati alimu anonya East African gena mu East African community
yajanga namba
nya mu number 4
number 4 is nowhere now.
Yes,
that's China number.
I worked for the president for 14 years. I've been outside the government for 8 years. This is how many? 22. And I'm still government. I've maintained my popularity. I got married and I remained a virgin. Yes, very unique in politics.
That's rare.
Why have I maintained closeness with the population, the ordinary people? It's unique. You say, does Museveni have a person who is popular like me? You go to every village and you say Mirundi is coming. Mirundi is coming and you see, they turn up. Nabanja, you go and ask Nabanja, the Prime Minister. I went to her constituency 4 times. Jikwata koto jikwata. Everywhere they used to hear that Mirundi was coming. Ask these people, they fear me. They made sure that Tumwebas made sure that they undermined me. Even Tumwebas in his testimony says, I feared that man would come and undermine me. How can I undermine a man where I'm not born?
That I will go to his constituency and
I can defeat these people in their own constituencies. I'm telling you. I can defeat these people in their own constituencies. Very influential, very powerful. Why? Me, even if you see my testing life was when they forced me out of government, State House, thinking that I would go and work in the president's office. I couldn't. I decided to come here. But I remained a loyal servant of the president. You will hear in this tape, I'm going to give you a recorded tape, what they are saying, what is it saying. Let us confess our sins to him. Let us work with this man. Because for them they thought, okujoganga sakwa, ne bakusiba mu komera nga bali yakusibye, enkya bakujja ne bakuwa obwa mu Yesu. Sigenda yo. No. Nenkya bajja kuddamu bakujoge. We shall never work together.
You look take up Sanga.
Bakujjayo n'okomawo ne bakujja we batula mu meeting. Mwali mugamba tajja genda yo, teyagenzeeyo. The next time bajja kujuga. Naye kati bakugamba. That man is committed. Once he makes a decision, but they has to it. Next time it will take them 10 times before handling attacking me. You have no capacity I have.
I see.
Name ekibakola obubi bwe bakujoga bano. Cyane bakomyawo ne bakomyawo ne bakujoga ne bakomyawo ne bakujoga. Kakali kankubuli. Bawana Chobe was forced out of the Ministry of Health. Mbonye. That's why I tell you that these people are not tribalists. Mbonye is what comes from what, unless I get information to the contrary.
Maybe he's a Westerner. I'm thinking.
The Nacho is one of the trusted aides of the president. Could she save her husband's job? No, because the intention was to embarrass Nacho. 3, Kazibwe, Specials, former vice president. He is a senior advisor to the president on health. She was neutralized. this woman, the so-called Minister of Health, neutralized. Now what is happening? The fire is going directly to the permanent secretary. Because Abalabo never fully irrelevant. Me cannot work as a puppet. Nze jenyenyule olumala okubba ne badduka ne beekukuma
ali decent
talabwa oleka bakuzunza ne bakuba amawulire gaabwe ndasali atalina mwana ne bamuzunza gundi kivumbi ne bamugamba yabbye kuba baagala okubbawo nze siridda n'abantu abo. I will never work with this group again. If the president wants to be assignments, I do it as an individual.
I see.
But I never work under
an official.
Kubanga boka soba gendamu bakozesa minister and me, a person who has been working directly under the president for 14 years. Then I go to president's office as an advisor. It doesn't matter senior or what. To be under minister. That when now I want to write to the president, I go through a minister and so I refuse it.
I see.
I'm at home.
Okay.
Yes. I'm at home doing my own things.
3 years.
But I maintain the closeness with the president. Yes. But I cannot be under minister. A general cannot become a platoon commander. I was a spokesperson of the president for 14 years. Under direct control of the president. How can I be an advisor to be under minister? Akana. In Uganda is only which you move backwards. I took the appointment, I get the facilities, some like a salary because I look it as a casino. But I don't have an office. I don't have all the allowances that these advisors get. The vehicle, I look after it, except when it comes to servicing and buying tires, but I put it in my own oil. Even my security detail, I give them allowances. Yes, but I cannot have it been. And the president says that when it was swearing in the former speaker Kadaka, Museveni said that it's mission oriented. I agree. It's mission oriented. But when it was removed from defense to regional cooperation, Museveni said he didn't have any work to do there. And this is when he says he started writing his own book because he was given an area where he does not have any experience at all. And Museveni revealed in his book, original book, I translated, that he remembers attending one meeting as a regional cooperation minister when he was sharing assets of the East African community. So it occurred to him, two, you cannot malign me. What these people, what the president is overlooking, maybe he doesn't see these things. Why should Nanka be one and they are banned? Attack Akada. How can we work together? In future, is a teacher who harasses a younger girl. Namukuba emigo namukuba namuwaziro namukola nti atamuagale. If you succumb, then you know.
Of course.
Bagane pakumulu watamunne. Ninga tetutude ku meeting yemu. I will never sit with these people in any meeting. I avoid the national functions because I don't want to see them. I avoid the state house meetings because I don't want to meet them. They killed my political career. Bali ngambe ntigende osome naye akasajja kwabukedde kankuba emyezi mukaaga buli lunaku ekyagobeza mirundi you harass me from one radio station to another nti nkukubenyo eno yennyini nkuba kakulenza obukamune nkukuba omuntu nengwasa avoid me like a killer. These people should avoid me like a killer. Let us drive, as they say, in different lanes. Ojja kulya kateepu ngenda kakuwanga boogera nti omusajja mwamutia kiti gundi ya if Museveni was Idi Amin kateepu ke batwala Museveni is a fool vote in Babas. Museveni is a fool and we reconcile again. No reconciliation. We cannot reconcile. Concede nti mwanyononera life ya buli kintu kyonna project yonna president ya dampa nga bagisabotaginga to the extent nti nafuna ekizimbe where I was going to get 360 million per month. Kiwanuka yagenda mu State Council n'akyusa ekyapa ne bakiraga nti emyezi giweddeko nga kiwanuka atonejjena under instruction for somebody. You suffer mbunja genda mbafuka Mirundi with money is a nuclear bomb. Seize kubafukambiza yadde olunaku olumu. What we can do is seize fire, but we shall never work together. Ku nsi mu Kabuli ne mu ggulu sirikolagana ku group y'abaana bato. He's sabotaging our business. What did you do to me? Why do you believe that it is I should protect your business? sabotage the mine. Mbonja genda temulinda bako bavubuka temulinda bako. Never in life. Abaganda batugamba ennyumba emute kulema kuwalana. Do you get mirrors in a toilet?
No.
But the toilet is a part of your house?
Yes.
Yes. Ennyumba emute kulema kuwalana.
Ojireka.
Yes. Naye tuyinza kungamba nti ndisonyiwa kabusenga ne kulubye. Nti mu bulamu bwange ndisonyiwa mwenda eyaleeta teepu ne nakalema ne nalwiso. Nalwiso etulawalira agamba president nti navumye mukazi we. I abused the first lady. Nalwiso. Do you know the consequences of somebody telling a senior woman like Nalwiso, I choosing you before the president, you abuse his wife? Ngatudinga na mfunechi. Okuja konga gwe ine bisumuruzo by'eggulu gwe Petero oli musika wa Petero gwe ine bisumuruzo by'eggulu. So let us conclude by saying we can seize the fire but we shall never work together. We shall never meet again. Kunsi mukabuli ne muggulu. Amen. Let them leave me to have my projects. I will leave them. Let us drive in different lanes but we never mu politics muli enemy. It depends on what. Kati bana balokole bawa testimonies. Oyinza ogenda omusajja ku machana omuganda nzize kulokoka nti omwana wo wawaka omulezi ko ina nze namuzaala ku mukazi wo. Yakutirawo. The things that are not forgivable. After suffering for 8 years. Abana banga batasomye banasoma. Simanyi. Byenfiiridwa ndida mu bifuna. Ngenda kuwangala emyaka emeka. Simanyi. Political career yange bagita why? I cannot go to the opposition. I would be in parliament now. You never have it. No reconciliation. But let us party company. Mubera mu abantu lwakuba mwe temumanyi politics. Naye Nshikedi yalwanyisa Mobutu Sirautu. Until Mobutu yafana Nshikedi nafa mutali we yaliko. Nshikedi refused to be compromised. I see. What they fought Sengo from 1971. What they are recently. Raila Odinga has been fighting in Moi. Political opponents. They never reconciled. They don't ever call about temporary reconciliation because they did. Some people have some people have presidential ambitions. Some people think until we are not a product of a sexual act between my mother and my father. I was raped made by carpenters. We have feelings. Why do you believe that it is only you who have feelings?
That you can forgive at some moment.
Businesses you know kumateka mwanda we yange engalugosi mumutambuliza mujoge. I'm not that type. Mazemi akamunana ndi wange. Tebanda banga ko mu office, tebanda banga ko mu state house, tebanda banga ko ku national function. No, you avoid them. In fact kankubule. Nalwezo nakalema. Mwenda. Oyo lwabo. Gundi.